that going, got that going, got it. All right. Yes, 4. Miss Wright, you are in an awfully dark place. Do you have a disguise on? Do you see a client, Miss Reed? What's going on? Okay. All right, you look so much better now. I don't know what you did, but I can see you now, Miss Wright. You can unmute yourself too, Miss Wright, because we're going to start with your matter.
I think she may be at work, Your Honor.
All right.
Miss Wright, can you hear us?
I can hear you.
Madam Court Reporter, you can hear us okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now calling the matter of the people versus Katrina Wright. This is ticket number Z808328. One count operating with a high BAC. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, may it please this honorable court, Tanisha Reed on behalf of Katrina Wright, P71454, who is present via video.
Ms. Wright, can you state your name for the record, please?
Katrina Wright.
This is the date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. How are we proceeding today?
Your Honor, defense would like another day. I do have my paper discovery. I did speak with the prosecutor via email 2 times and they are awesome. I'm just waiting on my video discovery, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. I will give one more final pretrial, and that's gonna be on May the 11th. Check your calendar, Ms. Reed. Make sure that's an okay date before I set it.
May 11th is great.
Okay, May 11th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. Ms. Wright, have you been attending AA meetings once a week? Did I give you that charge last time you were here?
Did not, but I have.
Okay,
I do.
good. Continue those. You have to attend AA meeting at least once a week. It can be either in person or I know they have them online, but you have to attend at least one a week. Okay, Ms. Wright?
Understood.
Okay, if there's nothing further, the rest of your bond conditions will continue as they are. I believe she has a personal bond, but just make sure that she's attending those weekly AA meetings.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Thank you. There's nothing further. We'll see you back both on May the 11th, 2022, 8:30 a.m. That's going to be a final pretrial, Ms. Reed, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Okay.
All right, you're welcome. If there's nothing further, have a good day.
You too.
Corey White,
Yes.
good morning. How are you doing?
Good, and you?
I'm good, thank you. Mr. White, I'm going to put you into what's called a breakout room. No one's going to be in there with you, but an attorney, Mr. Malphite, will come in there and talk to you today about your case and your rights. You're going to breakout room number 10. That lets you know how many people are ahead of you. So you have to exercise some patience today as we get through the docket, okay, sir?
Okay.
All right, no one's going to be in there with you, but I promise we will not forget about you and we will handle your matter today.
Okay. Was this a traffic matter or a criminal matter? I don't remember.
It's a traffic matter, but it's a misdemeanor traffic matter. That's why you're before me today.
Okay.
Okay, so it's still a traffic matter, but it's just a misdemeanor. So you have to be given certain rights, so you know, okay?
Okay.
All right, so join room number 10 for me, okay, Mr. White?
All righty.
Mr. Justin Ward? Mr. Justin Ward?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to put you into a breakout room as well. I'm going to put you into breakout room number 11. No one's going to be in there with you, but an attorney will come in there and talk to you today about your case and about your rights, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You're gonna have to exercise some patience today as well, as like I
No
told the other
problem.
guy. Okay, all right, fantastic. I'm going to put you in there now, Mr. Ward, okay? Room 11.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Going to bring out Miss Wingate.
Yep, I was muted, Judge, but yes, that's correct.
You go in there and tell her to come out.
Yeah, no problem. Give me a moment.
The next time I have you, just do that.
She's out, Judge.
Oh, fantastic. Now calling the matter of the people versus Francesca Wingate. This is ticket number P11955716. One count, open alcohol in a motor vehicle passenger. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel.
And good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Miss Wingate. Miss Wingate, please unmute yourself. State your name for the record.
Francesca Wingate.
Thank you, Ms. Wingate. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for review in this matter. It's my understanding that Ms. Wingate has complied with everything the court has asked. She has completed a community service. At this time, we would just ask the case to be closed with improvement.
All right, Ms. Wingate, I'm in receipt that you have completed your community service at Gospel Tabernacle Church. I appreciate you taking the initiative and making sure you completed that. So at this time, the court is going to close this matter at this time. You're all set, Ms. Wingate. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Can you go in and talk to next Demario Williams and see what he wants to do? Officer is checked in on this matter.
Yeah, it's set for a jury trial, Judge. So I'm curious myself. What would you like to do?
Well, we obviously can't have a jury trial, but go in there and see what he would like to do today.
Okay.
Does he move forward with a jury trial? If so, that's
Okay.
fine. We just have to pick another day or kind of find out what he wants to do. Tell him one of the officers.
No problem.
Here, and we'll see what's going on.
Okay. And then, Judge, if you could, because I was looking for Mr. Ward. I think he's one of the last people that you checked in. I don't see him on the docket.
I know, I'm bringing him out. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna bring him out.
No worries. All right.
So we're gonna try and figure out where he's
Great.
supposed to be.
There he is.
Okay. Good morning, Mr. Ward.
Good morning.
Do you have a case number? Because we don't see you on the docket for today.
No, I don't have a case number. This case is, they saying this case is from like last year, and they sent me tickets in the mail, but it didn't even have a code on there to join the Zoom meeting. I had to go online to join this one, and it didn't, it didn't give me any information.
Okay. Do you have a middle name, Mr. Ward?
Omari.
What's your date of birth out here on the line like this?
You said my date of birth?
What's your date of birth?
September 10th, 2001.
Just said 2001?
Yes.
Is Amari?
Yeah, Omari, Omari.
It's March 14th, Mr. Ward, not February 14th.
It's March 14th. I'm supposed to be in here.
Yes, not February 14th. Next month on the 14th, we're supposed to be in here, okay? 1:30
Yes.
though. 1:30, not 8:30. 1:30.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Ward, we'll see you. What date?
March 14th at 1:30.
Okay, all right. Now you know how to sign in and everything, so you'll make it in. It's gonna be the same LinkedIn and Zoom information, okay?
Okay, you have a nice rest of your day. Thank you.
You too, no problem. Thank you, Mr. Ward.
No problem.
Mr. Mansour? You said you sent us the information. To what email did you send the information?
I didn't hear.
Do you remember? If I put an email address in there, can you send it to it, please? In the chat? Free? Y'all froze. What's happening? I'm sorry. my computer-
Your Honor, the email was sent when we appeared on January the 4th, when the case was scheduled at 1:30 p.m. And that shows exactly what the statute says. MCLA 436.1701.
See if I make it out tonight. Yeah. Don't have it in my email. You said you sent it to me in the email?
Yes, Your Honor, and I stated on the record the last time, this is effective citation, Your Honor. This is wrong statute. If my client was charged with misdemeanor. This is not a misdemeanor case. This is a civil infraction case. And if you want me to read the statute for you, okay, that will save us some time.
They printed it out and it's coming as a misdemeanor though. The one, Pat 436.1701 is coming back as a misdemeanor for us. Yeah, they did on the 436.1701, sell furnished alcohol to a minor. They may not have written down all of the short, oh, that is the short dissertation. The long part of it is furnishing alcoholic beverages to a person under 21. They did the
Your Honor,
shorthand.
if I may, Your Honor, if you allow me, if you
If you want to
read the
argue it, it's okay. We can argue it on the record. I just have to wait for counsel to get here for them to be able to argue back. And then I can see what you're talking.
The case was scheduled for review today, Your Honor.
But I'm looking at like the statute that we pulled off the computer and it's saying it's a misdemeanor. So whatever you have that you're trying to send me, you gotta try and send me. I'm gonna put my email in the chat to you because what I'm looking at says it is a misdemeanor.
Is it misdemeanor?
That's
Is
what
that
it
what you are
says.
saying?
That's
that
what
what-
it's saying in the computer system, but if you have something different, I'm gonna send you my email.
It was faxed to the court the same day, Your Honor, on January 4th. If you go to the 6th line, it says, except that if the violation is the result of undercover operation. This is a state civil infraction case. Continue read it, okay, about 6 lines. Civil fine of not more than $100.
I don't have the statute before me. So you said you're reading from a statute. I don't have it. I'm asking you to resend it to me. Or else I can try and go to the code, code. Well, let me see if I have that on my.
Can you fax it? Your Honor, allow me to fax it to you right away.
Okay.
Mhm.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I think that jury trial might be solvable, but it's going to take a little bit of doing. I do need somebody to print out, if they could please, his SOS, because I need to know when the last time that he had any kind of ticket was.
Okay, give us a moment. We'll do that.
Take your time. I gotta talk to some other folks.
Okay, thank you. And I'm trying
Thank
to
you.
be patient. Bless you.
Yeah, I would. Your Honor, did you receive it?
Let me check my email. If you faxed it, I don't know where the faxes go, just so you know. Oh, I got it, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I got it. When is this book from though? Because I feel like these have been updated. Do you have the latest one?
Well, Your Honor, the citation was issued under this statute. And if you don't know,
But
I've
this
been,
isn't the, okay, Mr. Mansour, this isn't the statute online though. So I get that it's in this book, but this isn't the statute online. So I'm struggling because that's not even the fine for the statute anymore. The statute fine is now like $1,000.
Your Honor, it's civil
What's the
infraction.
difference?
Please
I
try
know.
to,
So
Your
what year
Honor.
was this from? So I can know, because this one is a totally, it's the same amount of time. So the days haven't,
Your Honor, if I may, please.
okay.
I've been practicing law at 36 for 33 years. I handled hundreds and hundreds of this kind of cases. These are the defective citation. I moved for dismissal. All those cases were dismissed. I was House Counsel. I was City Attorney. I was working for the court all these years. So it is clear. It's not something new. If you check with the city's office, with the city attorneys, They will tell you exactly what I am saying. This is defective citation, Your Honor. The case has to be dismissed.
Okay, Mr. Mansour, so is your argument that it's not a civil infraction or that it was a undercover officer? Those are two different things.
This was a decoy, undercover
A decoy,
officer.
Okay, so that's a motion, like.
Motion for
I guess I'm not
dismissal.
understanding. Budweiser, because all I have on the ticket is that 25-ounce Bud Light. I don't have anything else, so I'm not privy to the rest of the information on this ticket. All I have is the ticket. So it sounds like you want to have a motion argument about this, which is fine. But I can't just, like, I'm not saying that you're being dishonest or anything, but I can't just say, based on the ticket, all I see is that the 25-ounce Bud Light for $12 or $2. I don't even know how much it is, was sold to a minor. I don't know who this minor was. Like,
Your Honor, I received several cases from this officer. All of them are decoy. They are undercover officers affiliated with the police department. So based on that, I am requesting the case to be dismissed, Your Honor. We
I'm
are
not
waiting.
dismissing it based on that. So you can have a motion hearing and establish that it was a decoy. But how do you, let me see.
If you read it from except,
Listen, I read it, but I just have this excerpt that I can't print out because you sent it as a picture, which is fine. So I can't even print it out to find out, because what I printed, it doesn't say any of that. So I get that this is the annotated part of it, but now you're arguing that it's an undercover operation. And I don't know how true that is, or otherwise, I don't know if it was just an officer who hit the man.
Your Honor, do you want me to fax to you the copy of the ticket?
But it doesn't tell me that it was a minor. It didn't do the job of writing on it. Mr. Mroski,
Yes, ma'am.
did you turn over that paperwork you were supposed to turn over?
I sure did, Miss. I
Let me
sure
call
did,
you
ma'am.
back. Okay. You ready? I'm
I-
gonna take care of this with Mr. Malphite. It's okay, Mr. Mroski. I'm gonna take care of it.
And
But
Your
I'm gonna
Honor,
have-
Your
Yes, ma'am.
Honor, I apologize. I'm an hour late. I moved out of my exes, so I really apologize.
Listen, we'll talk about it on the record, okay? All right. Not calling the matter of the people versus Crystal Zamarsky. This is you, ticket 602-05221. This is one count of possession of a controlled substance. Appearances for the record. This is a review today. Appearances for the record.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafite, P72339, on behalf of Ms. Zamorsky. Ma'am, go ahead and state your name for the record.
Crystal Zamorsky.
This is the date and time set for a review, adjourned for a review of this matter. Ms. Zamorsky has been taking care of a lot of business here lately. And she just had one more step to do, which was send over some documents to the officer here, and she took care of that. This was a delayed sentence. We are going to dismiss this matter at this point in time because she has become in compliance. Mr. Zamorsky, last week, I heard you online with the probation officer.
Yes.
And I want to applaud you for the way that you handled yourself. Okay,
What do you mean by that?
you got visibly upset. I was listening as the judge. You got visibly upset, but the way that you calmed yourself immediately, the way that you took responsibility, even though you didn't have to, I want you to know those are huge steps. And I don't want you to get set back because I could tell that you had a lot going on at that point in time. And you didn't have to do that, but you kind of calmed yourself, even though I would say the opposing person wasn't calming themselves. But you showed great restraint. And then one of the things you said to me was that I've been sober for almost a year. And I know that that is a huge accomplishment. I did not realize that you had so much going on, especially in other areas as well, other courts, and you still continue to kind of press forward. We were asking a lot of you, and you still did it. So the court is very proud of you. I
Thank
just
you
want to
so
be able
much.
to tell you that because I really think that you handled yourself in an excellent way, in an excellent manner last week, and you didn't have to. And I could tell it was frustrating, but you didn't just sit there and just give up totally, which is what you could have done.
No, because Miss McCall is one of the most sweetest women I've ever met. And she don't just care about courts. Right after court, she said, call me. When the incident happened with me and my ex-girlfriend, she kicked me out again and I'm back home. I'm done. She had put my hands on me. And she made sure, she says, I called her right before court right now. And I said, I left. I finally did it, but I still have some stuff there. She said, don't you go back. You call the police and you take them there. And I said, I will, but I'm scared because I'm on felony probation. And I don't want her saying something and then I'm going to be arrested because of my background.
I know, but you did what you needed to do, okay? All right, you gotta just stay focused, okay?
I
And
am.
not get worried. I know it's hard not to worry, but you just gotta stay focused. And people do stuff, sometimes they are vindictive, but you just keep focusing. And keep
Man,
pressing.
people are just so cruel in this world. I just don't understand it, but I'm so blessed for you. And I thank you so much. You are one of the most amazing judges that I've had, and you actually care. And I've never came across a judge like you. And I'm going to admit to you, when I got addicted to those Xanax, I was a a-hole. I didn't respect authority, judges, and me getting older for learning the mistakes I did and the way I talked. That's not who I am. And I have so much respect for you because you don't judge me and you really care that you see that I'm doing what I need to do. And I'm not just doing it for probation. It's for myself.
That's right. That's right. Thank you
Oh,
so
thank
much
you.
for those kind words. I wish you nothing but good luck and success, okay? It's not
Thank
gonna
you
be
and happy
easy.
Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you too, okay? And you keep pushing, okay? I just want you to know. After we got off, I was like, I didn't tell you how well you handled yourself, and I think you should know that. So
Thank you.
I know you can do it one day at a time.
In Your Honor, what's your full judge name? Because I wanted to write you a letter.
Marlena E. Taylor.
Marlena E. Taylor? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome, and this matter is dismissed, because that was a part of you completed, so this one is dismissed. This is one that
Can I
you don't
just
have.
ask you something really quick, Your Honor?
Yes.
Now with that, I get off probation and felony in June, and my friend's a lawyer and he's gonna get it off my record because you only got 6 months. Now, I seen that this still shows up on my record. I can get that expunged off my record too, right?
Yes, but we're gonna dismiss it, so.
Oh,
yes,
so it's not gonna show?
no, it shouldn't. It's gonna show up
Okay.
as a dismissal. You completed
So it
everything.
must
that
have
we
just
asked you to do.
showed, it must have just showed when I got a job printout of my background because it wasn't dismissed yet.
Right.
Okay, okay,
But it's gonna be dismissed from this point on, okay?
okay. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Have a good day, okay? And good luck to you.
You too. Bye-bye.
Your Honor,
Yes.
just if you could let me know when we do have a prosecutor in, I'm going to keep talking. There's only about 2 or 3 more people I need to speak to. But as soon as I have somebody, because I do have some documentation that I need to show to them.
John's here. Mr. Gillis is here. I'm sorry.
Hey, Tom.
Mr. Gillis, I'm going to start with congratulations.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
How is everybody doing?
Everyone's good. Baby's doing well. Mom's doing well. So
Awesome.
yeah, happy big sisters.
Oh
So,
yeah, what a
Yeah.
joy. Always
yeah.
always a good time there for at least a little bit. What's the age separation? What's her closest?
So the other 2 are 11 and 8. So there's
Oh
a little
yeah,
bit of
so
gap
they can
there.
actually do kind of something.
Oh yeah, the 11-year-old's actually very involved. So
Yep.
good. Yeah.
Don't know if she'll be getting up in the middle of the night, but other than that,
Right. Other than that, yeah.
yeah, someone might actually get a break in your house. So John, I got at least one here that he's supposed to be sending me insurance, and it's going to be one of those
Okay.
weird ones that always make my head flip because it's a fleet insurance thing, and I never understand those.
Okay.
And then I got to check with 2 other folks here. But one thing that you might be able to help us clear today, because I don't know if we have the offers, is we did have one person. I mean, it's not going to go as a jury trial, but we've got Demario Williams, who's set for a jury trial. I've been able to explain a lot of things such that he's not, it is possible for us to perhaps resolve this today. But one of the issues he's having is, and I need somebody to take a look, and I mentioned this to the judge, so I don't know if it's there, but I need someone to quick tell me when the last time that he got any kind of moving violation was, besides this ticket. Because I need to figure out whether or not he's had another moving violation in the last 3 years or not, or if he's specifically, if he's pled to them, I suppose, in the last 3 years.
So Miss Edwards was kind enough, she already printed out the driving record. And his last moving violation was a violation of basic speed law.
Sure.
And the violation date was October 18th, 2018.
Oh, okay. All right, so he's okay. So that's the last one. I suppose we don't see. I know on an old SOS I could see when he paid. Does it look like he paid right away? Good luck reading it. I haven't looked at those. I've only looked at like 2 since they flipped them over, so I don't know if they're easy to read or not.
Just shows the suspension. There's a reinstatement date, but I'm not sure if that would be.
Yeah,
also
okay.
the date
Because
that was paid.
you know what I'll do? I'll check with him. And I mean, listen, it'll be a bit of caveat emptor on his part, because the thing is, as long as he's only got one moving violation within the last 3 years, even if it's something like a drunk driving, he should still be able to get a license.
Oh, wait. Oh, no, Temple.
No, what do we got?
There's another one.
Okay.
Driving while license suspended. And that was 2020, January 28th, 2020. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
missed that.
Do you know? No, that's okay. Do you know two things? One,
Oh, that's, hold on.
where was it?
I'm sorry. That's the same date as the OWI we're dealing with.
Beautiful. That's what I was going to say. Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. Good. Okay. All right. Well, I'll talk to him in a little bit. In the meantime, let me real quick while I'm thinking about it. Let me see if that dude sent me Yeah, okay, good. So I got the insurance. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna forward this to you. And I'll preface it by saying I have not looked at this. And also, like I said, fleet insurance doesn't make sense to me. So hold on. And it's Gillis J, right? That's the one?
Yep, exactly.
Cool. All right. Sent.
Thank you.
All right. I'm gonna talk to some other folks. I might have some other proofs for you here in just a second.
Sounds good.
Awesome. Thanks. I'm sure you probably did. I have not looked. I will as soon as I have another free moment, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then I need to go to. Oh, there he is. Okay.
How was your weekend? It was good. It was nice. Right? Yeah, it was nice. My sister-in-law came down and she's been helping out with the baby a little bit. So yeah, especially like even at night a little bit, she'll help out. So that's good. Mom day a little extra rest.
Now, if you have me the file for tomorrow,
Mhm.
I can prep them.
Okay.
Because, you know, if you're working.
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
So I can get them ready.
Also, wanted to see, he sent documents over on this Zeton. I think that was one of the ones I gave you. I was just wondering if I could grab that back, or is it, does the judge have it? Thank you.
All right. Attorney Mansour? Okay, I got an answer for you. You ready for the case to be called?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you, okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Waleed Yado. This is ticket number 310266. One count of sale furnished alcohol to a minor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning again, Your Honor. My name is Peter Mansour and my P number is 43209 on behalf of the defendant. The defendant is sitting next to me.
Right. And can you state your name for the record, sir?
Waleed Yildu.
Where are you at, sir? Let me see.
Speak up. Speak
Okay.
up your name.
Can you say your name one more time for me, sir?
Waleed Yildu.
All right, this is the date and time set for a pretrial in this hearing. This matter is a state matter, and so, my understanding, I went and consulted with another judge. The best way to proceed forward on this is for a bench trial, what you're alleging, or a jury trial. What you're alleging is that, there was an operation, but I'm just a decider and the trier of the facts. I don't know any of this information based on the ticket. And so we can set it for a real quick turnaround on February the 28th and see if anyone from the state appears.
I was expecting some good news from you, Judge Taylor.
Yes. You want that date, February the 28th, to see if anybody appears?
February 28th, what time?
9 a.m. I'm gonna
9
continue this
a.m.
personal bond at $0. If no one appears on that date and time, you know what to do, Mr. Mansour.
We will appear, Your Honor. We will appear. We have to finish it. But what I need from you, Your Honor, you see, the last time there was prosecutor sitting in the courtroom, we faxed it to him. We faxed the same statute. He was supposed to do something in the case, not keeping going with this, with this.
So, Mr. Mansour, the person who was in the courtroom wasn't the state prosecutor. They were the city prosecutor, and they pulled it for me because we thought the argument was that it wasn't a misdemeanor, but that it was a civil infraction. What I hear you saying today is that you're saying that you believe, based on the information, that the client sold to someone who was under the auspice of a state person. Now, I can't prove it. It's not my job to prove that or disprove that. That's the job of the state. I can hear the facts, and based on the evidence and the law, I can proceed that way. But for me to just jump to conclusions, that would mean I was making conclusions about stuff I didn't even know about because I hadn't heard testimony or anything about the case. And I consulted with another judge and they said I cannot do that. So the best I can do is set it for a bench trial in a couple of weeks and see what we're moving forward. Now, if the dispute or the argument on the ticket was that this is a civil infraction and not a misdemeanor, and I can look at the law and clearly see that, then I can go with you. But based on the law that I'm seeing, this is a misdemeanor and not a civil infraction.
So the case will come back before you.
Yes,
So what do you need from us now?
nothing. I mean, you can write a motion if you want to about it, but it sounds like your argument would come if needed. If the state shows up, your argument would come during the trial as a part of the facts that come out into play. But I don't know what those facts are because all I have, like I said earlier on my ticket, is that a Budweiser was sold to a minor. That's all I have. So I don't know how it went about doing that or what went about doing that, but
Is it,
that's how
is
we can
it,
try and resolve this matter.
is it city or a state case?
It is a state case.
All the time we apply this statute, Judge, all the time, all these years. I am telling you. Okay, but I don't know what to say. I don't want to waste your time, nor my time and my client's time. If you want me, Judge, I can fax to you the copy of the ticket. If you don't have the ticket, they were supposed to find the ticket.
Listen, Mr. Mansour, I have the ticket, but what you're asking me to do is to make a decision based on what he says. You want me to make a decision. I don't know any of the facts of this case. And so you want me to just go off of what you're saying as far as that he can't sell. I don't know that there was I don't even know who he sold to. I have none of that information. I know it was a minor, according to them, possibly, but I don't know. And so I'm not saying that you're wrong with your citation of the law. What I'm saying is that that comes forward during the case. And if other people have done it before, well, fantastic to them, but I'm not doing it because my understanding is that as a judge, I sit and I impartially decide. All I have is some statutes and a ticket that doesn't say much. And so I need more information. And so I'm not willing to do that today. But I can give you a really quick turnaround for a bench trial with the state prosecutors who we don't have a state prosecutor today. I can tell you that.
So you don't have a prosecutor today?
No,
Okay,
for the pre-trial.
okay. That's fine. Thank you anyway.
Okay, so we'll be here. Is a bench trial okay with you, Mr. Yado?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so we'll see you on February 28th, 9 a.m. for a
Sure.
bench trial.
Sure.
All right,
All right.
have a good day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I think largely we should be ready there. There's only a couple of little things that I'm trying to clear up here. So I see two Watsons. I had the Javon Watson who I just talked to, but there's also a Javon where there's no A, no Y. And I don't know if that's a separate person or
It
what
should be
that
a
is.
separate person.
Oh, okay. Let me check on them real quick and see what's going on.
Okay.
All right. Your Honor, is John still in?
He is.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
John, did you look at the fleet insurance? How's it look?
Yeah, that's good. It's
Okay.
valid. I dismissed it.
Okay, great. Yeah, I was pretty sure, but like I said, I never, even when I look at that stuff, it always confuses me. I think, Judge, unless if the court wants to wait a second, that I can talk again to our individual on the jury trial, because I think for the most part, it's looking better and better in terms of trying to get that actually completed today. John, I don't know, maybe you could just tell me off the top of my head, and I'll look and see if I see it in the files, but was there an offer for an OWVI for him?
Yes.
There was.
Yep.
Okay,
That's the
great.
reduction, yep.
Great. Okay, then, Judge, if it's okay with you, I'd like to quick talk to him, because then we can maybe clear that up today.
Yes, because I have an officer here, so I would like that to
I-
happen too.
And yes, I know, and she can stick around if she likes, but I don't know if that's even going to be necessary. But I'll talk to him real quick and see what we can do.
Okay. Thank
Appreciate it.
you. No
Mhm.
problem. Appreciate you.
Okay, Your Honor. I think we can start calling individuals. If you want to start with our OWI jury trial, and Judge, I can quick tell you what our disposition is at this point. We're actually going to set this, if the court will allow, we'd like to set it for a pre-trial. We imagine it's going to be a plea. There is just some things that he has to check beforehand before he takes that plea, but that'll allow the officer so they don't have to come back, and you can set it out as reasonably, like really all he needs is about 2 weeks, 3 weeks to check something at the Secretary of State. And then, like I said, the offer sounds acceptable to him, but he needs to make sure before he makes that choice. I can't hear you, Judge. I don't know if the thing is on.
Sorry, I said that
That's
sounds
okay.
like a plan to me, okay?
Okay.
Let me bring him out the room. Officer, you don't have to be present for the next one, but since you were here today, you can put your name on the record, okay? Sounds like we're gonna try and handle it.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Trying to get him out.
And as always, Judge, I can go out and wrench him out if the court wants me to.
What happened? Sometimes I actually go to the room. He's not signed on, so when he signs back on, who else can we do?
Oh, just about anyone, Judge. I think the easiest one is probably going to be Mr. Zaytoun. That's Rajib Zaytoun had the fleet insurance, so that's a dismissal.
All right, I'll try and bring him out then while we're waiting on the other gentleman to sign back in. There he is.
There we are.
All right. Mr. Demario Williams, can you please unmute yourself and activate your camera?
There we are.
Now calling the matter.
Say I'm muted.
People versus yes, you're unmuted, sir. We can hear you. Now calling the matter of the people versus Demario Williams. Ticket number Z80663111. One count of operating while intoxicated. First offense, city notice. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, please state your name for the record.
Yes, my name is Del Mario Williams.
Thank you, sir. Officer?
Officer Madaha, Zahara Madaha, excuse me, Detroit Police Department.
Thank you. Your Honor, today is the date and time set for jury trial. I've had an opportunity to speak to my client in regards to this matter, Judge, and we do believe that there is a distinct possibility that we may be able to resolve this matter. However, Mr. Williams does need to do some very short research with the Secretary of State and perhaps with somebody else, but all we need is just an adjournment for a pretrial date, final pretrial if the court sees fit. We won't need an officer on that date, Your Honor. If that's all right, we'll just continue the plea if not guilty and set it for that pretrial date.
I can do that. About approximately how long do you think you need for that pretrial adjournment?
At least 20 days should be sufficient, Judge.
So if I give you 30 days out, would that be enough time, Mr. Williams, for you to try and take care of this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you.
Your Honor,
Yes,
if I may, just wanted to let the courts know that during the interaction with Mr. Williams, he was very respectful, given the circumstances. And, if that holds any weight, if that can be considered, I personally would appreciate it.
I I sure will. Thank you. I'll make a note of that. Mr. Williams, I'm gonna make a note that the officer said during this incident, you were very respectful, because that does hold weight with me, when it comes to figuring out what we're gonna do. If at that point in time, you decide to take advantage of an offer, okay?
Yes, ma'am. And I appreciate that.
Okay, all right, and I appreciate that, officer. Thank you for letting me know that.
Yes, Your
We're
Honor.
gonna adjourn this until March the 14th of 2022. That gives you 30 days, Mr. Williams, from today's date to try and make sure that you can get all that stuff. If for chance that's not enough time, call the court and we can give you a little additional time, because our goal is to try and make sure that when you come back, you're ready to proceed, whether that be with the plea or whether you want to still have that jury or bench trial, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. I'll see you back on March the 14th, 2022. Your bond is continued. Your personal bond is continued. Okay, sir?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you, officer. Thank you, Mr. Williams.
Thank
Okay.
you, everyone. Have a good day.
Have a nice day.
Yeah, you can go ahead and sign off. There we are.
Mr. Zeaton?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. How do you pronounce your first name, sir?
Oh, Rajay,
Roger. Okay. Now calling the matter of the people versus Roger Zeaton. This is ticket number SP 107988171. One count, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
And good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafite, on behalf of the defendant. Sir, state your name for the record.
Rajay Zayton.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth to dismiss these matters. We stipulate the probable cause.
All right, and I'm in receipt of that, so at this time, the court is going to dismiss these matters without prejudice, because you are in compliance, sir. So thank you for making sure you got in compliance so that we could dismiss this today, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing.
Okay.
All right, have a good day, sir.
You too, ma'am.
All right.
Your Honor, I think we could do Henry Williams next. That's a not guilty plea.
Okay. Yeah, go. All right. All right. After Mr. Williams, who's good as well?
Okay. Next, we have Javon Watson. That should be a plea. That's the JVONN Watson.
JVOON Watson. Okay.
JVONN Watson, correct. And that should be a plea.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, okay. This one is in. Hold on, you got the Javon one, the JVOONN? Did you get that one?
JVONN Watson. It should be an FTD, Judge, because I think he's just got the one count of DWLS. But let me look and see if I've got the actual offer.
No, I didn't. Nah, you don't have that one yet.
I don't have that one yet. Okay. Then I believe that DeAndre Wilder That is also a plea.
Okay. See if I can get Wilder out. Can you go into the room and maybe get one of those, Mr. Williams or Mr. Wilder?
Sure.
Rejoin us.
Let me get.
Oh, Mr. Wilder came out, so hold on.
Oh, okay.
All right, Mr. Wilder, can you activate your camera and unmute yourself, please?
All right.
Okay, here we go. You ready? This is the matter of the people versus DeAndre Wilder. This is ticket number P11111018. One count drove while license suspended. Count 3, no receipt of or unsigned registration. Also called leading ticket number P1165360. One count drove while license suspended. One count no insurance misdemeanor. One count drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Hey, good morning once again, Your Honor. Tim Malafite on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Wilder. Mr. Wilder, please state your name for the record.
DeAndre Wilder.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations. Specifically, we'd be pleading responsible to the amended count of blockading traffic. All other counts are being dismissed. Judge, we'd stipulate to the face of the ticket.
Mr. Wilder, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
You put your hand down. Did you have an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And he's informing me you want to take advantage of this plea of responsible on this ticket. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Then on the date of September the 5th, 2020, in the area of Pinehurst and Mildland Street, that's Midlind Street in the city of Detroit, Mr. Wilder was driving a Chevy vehicle and did block traffic. Satisfied, Mr. Malfoy?
I am, Your Honor.
And the court is satisfied as well. Is there stipulation for probable cause for the remaining counts?
There are, Your Honor. There is.
All right, so at this time, the court is going to enter a plea to the amended charge of blockading on count 3 of ticket P11111018. Dismiss count 1 on that ticket and dismiss ticket number P1165360 in its entirety.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Mr. Wilder, there's an assessment or there's a civil infraction fine of $175 in this matter. Typically, you have 14 days to be able to pay that. Is that going to be enough time, sir?
I'm gonna pay it tomorrow.
Okay, so I'm going to give you until February the 28th, just in case something comes up, 2022, to have that paid in its entirety. Okay, Mr. Wilder?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, that does conclude this case. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
All right.
All right.
And Your Honor,
Yes.
I had a quick look here at Javon Watson's ticket. Turns out he's actually going to have a straight dismissal. I had him looking for some registration. I can pop in just to tell him he doesn't have to worry about that real quick. And then we can do his, or we can just take him out now and tell him it's dismissed.
Okay, I was about to say, we can just tell him it's dismissed. We go in there because I think he's not listening to me to have him come.
No
Well, I just
problem,
try and get
Judge.
him out. Go in there
I
and
think,
tell him.
yep, I think perhaps he walked away or something, but we'll get him back. Hold on.
Okay, cool. I am. Oh.
Oh, Mr. Watson came back. Fantastic. I was worried that he left forever. But
I'm
we have
back.
him.
So if I'm
Mr.
back in the
Watson,
courtroom,
no, yeah, just hang out. Hold on. Judge has got to call it.
okay.
All right. Mr. Watson, I'm gonna call your matter, okay?
Okay.
Now calling the matter of People versus Javon Watson. This is ticket number P 11788616. One count drive, count two, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. Count three, defective brake lights. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tim Malafide, on behalf of Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, please state your name for the record.
Javon Watson.
Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth to dismiss these matters. I believe that Mr. Watson had already paid for one of the civil infractions. We would stipulate the probable cause.
All right, and I do see that in this. So at this time, the court is going to dismiss these matters without prejudice. Mr. Watson is being dismissed because you paid for one of the civil infractions in this, so they are giving you an exception, okay? Try and get that car registered though, okay, and that brake light fixed, okay?
Okay.
All right, if there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor. You can go ahead and log off, Mr. Watson.
All right.
Can you try and get Mr. Henry Williams out the room? So we
Yes,
can do his-
Judge. Absolutely. Give me a moment.
No problem. Mr. Williams, can you activate your camera for me, please?
Yeah.
Now calling the matter of the People versus Henry Williams. Ticket number P 11317775. One count, drive unregistered or untitled vehicle. One count, improper plates. One count, no insurance misdemeanor. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tim Malafide, on behalf of Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams, please state your name for the record.
Henry L. Williams.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, today's the date and time, I believe, for show cause. Let me take another look here just to confirm, or maybe the court can tell me.
Arraignment on a bench warrant.
Thank you so much, Judge. At this time, we would waive the formal reading, stand mute. Judge, really, we're just looking for a pretrial date on this. Mr. Williams needs to get a couple of pieces of paperwork in order so that we might be able to get these dismissed.
All right. That's no problem. The court is going to give you a pretrial date on May the 11th, sir, 2022. That's going to be at 8:30 a.m. That is via Zoom. I'm going to set your bond at $0 personal, and that should give you more than enough time to get that stuff in order. Okay, Mr. Williams?
All right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If there's nothing further, that concludes this hearing. We'll see you back May 11th, 2022. Okay, sir?
Okay, do you know what day and what time?
The day of the week is, it's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. And the
Okay.
day of is a Wednesday. Is that a good day for you, sir?
Yes.
Wednesday at 8:30, okay? It's a Wednesday, May 11th at 8:30,
Okay.
okay? All right, there's nothing further.
Yeah, Wednesday.
Yep. May 11th.
So I'm all set.
You're all set for today. Just get that document that he talked about, the documents in order, okay?
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You can go ahead and log off, Mr. Williams. Your Honor, I'm going to quick check in with Mr. Watson because it does. Now that I'm seeing the offer here, it doesn't reflect accurately what I saw on the alpha sheet today. So I got to make sure that I know exactly what's going on before we get this done.
That's fine, Mr. Malphite. And then I see why we're waiting on Mr. White, so I can be patient.
Oh, to be perfectly fair, I didn't know anything about Mr. White. There's a good reason to wait, you say. All right. Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
You don't have Corey White?
I think that they added late, Judge. I saw them on the list. I was going through everybody else, but I will.
Okay,
Let's
talk to both of those folks, and then we can continue on. No worries.
Okay, fair enough. I will talk to Mr. Watson. Your Honor.
Yes.
Quick clarification question, and I don't know if Mr. Gillis is still in the courtroom. I think we should be okay on this, but I wanted to make sure it is acceptable to the court. It looks like they made a bit of an error when they were writing up the offer for Mr. Watson. I did find the other tickets they were talking about that are not listed. It appears that there was an EWOP ticket from back in the day that he had that you had already, like he had disposed on a guilty plea. What they have set up here is they're just essentially saying, well, if he pleads to that or the lower version of that they would dismiss the other ones. Well, he's already done that. He pled to the EWOP ticket. So I don't know. I've got to look here at the register of actions again to see if he did everything. It certainly appears that he did.
He was supposed to do his 16 hours of community service, it looks like. I see what you're talking about now. He was supposed to do 16 hours of community service.
Yeah.
Hours, he failed to appear on February the 4th. So it looks
I
like
see.
he was given a little less than a month to complete his community service. So.
Okay, so perhaps what I should do then is I can just check and see where he is on that. And then we can keep everything in place though, Judge. That doesn't seem like that's going to be an issue.
No, let me get you a different offer though, because now that U ticket has already been disposed of. So let me see if I can,
Yeah, I mean, I guess my counter would be, well, it also solves my problem because it makes all the other ones go away. So,
yeah.
and then technically speaking, I could argue that it's technically not closed, the EWAP ticket, if he hasn't finished his community service. But I don't know if he has or not, so I can go quick check on that.
Go ask him, did he do his community service already? And then I'll try and get something on that other ticket possibly, or figure out what we can do. You can talk to John. I don't need to.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll get him back, okay?
All right. Yeah, it does not seem that he has finished that community service yet. So in theory, we could keep that in place if John wants to, and he could complete that if that's acceptable to the court. But we'll worry about that once John comes back, and we can just make sure that that's okay. I guess in the meantime, I'll go talk to Corey White while we're waiting for John. Yep. Nope. No problem. Your Honor.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll be honest, I don't really understand. Everybody was, and again, I get that sometimes when I look at the alpha for the day, it doesn't accurately reflect everything. But as far as I could tell, Mr. White only had one ticket, and I look at the offer, and the offer functionally has 3, if that. It's like it's.
So he's under the 8:30, but he's also under 9 o'clock for some reason on our dot.
Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm missing. Hold on.
So he has 4 tickets under 9, and then he has 1 ticket under 8.
Yeah, the one ticket. Okay, I see him.
I know.
Oh, there's a
I don't
park.
know why they split it like that on the dot.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. It's always weird. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? It'll still kind of all work out, Judge. I think the only thing that he was wondering about is he wanted to make sure that we've got everything consolidated. Like if there's something else out there, we can just make sure that it's got. But I feel like you guys usually take care of that. But if someone could quick just double check.
Yep, I did. She did. The clerk checked. That's it.
Yeah, you guys are thorough. They're good. All right, so that's all I needed to know. All right, I'll quick talk to him and make sure that we've got everything all set. Is John still coming?
Hopefully he hasn't responded back, but I'll get him here.
Right on. Okay, let me go quick talk to Mr. White. I'll get this figured out.
And then the fails in display. Oh, these are safety, so I think. So.
Yeah, Judge. So we're gonna need John because there are some errors in the plea form that we gotta correct. I think it'll still all work out, but just so that he knows. So once he gets back here, we'll be able to clear up both of those things, and we can proceed.
Yep. Hey, Tom.
Oh, hey, John, cool. All right, so can I start with the weirdest one, and then we'll work our way backwards.
Yeah.
So I just was talking to Corey White. If you want to quick grab Corey White's file, tell me when you got it in front of you.
Judge has it. Okay.
Okay, so you missed a couple of things on here, but I think it's still going to be very correctable because and I made this mistake too. So Mr. White got separated on the docket. He's got 5 total, and I think that you've got maybe 4 that you've got marked. So when you're looking at it, the ones that I saw missing, if you look at the docket, you'll see there's 2 listed at the end there for Corey Lewis White at the 9 a.m. spot.
One of them is a state ticket. One of them is a state ticket, so I'll add that as a part of the plea for the dismissal.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Judge. Which one is the state?
The 7 one, I think. 792.
792?
26391.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think that, yeah, and I think John actually might have hit that one. Let me see. Okay, 792. Yeah, because I just want to make sure, because like, long story short, we can do a plea and he can work with it, but one, he would prefer that it was actually a failure to display because apparently he had all of his documents, and the whole thing is sort of a weird kerfluffle with Ohio where he moved back and forth and he didn't realize what was going on, but he's like, yeah, no, my license wasn't valid at that time, so we're just trying to put together something that makes sense. So take we've got the 4 tickets there, and then there's the one right at 8:30. It's like the second ticket listed. That's the SP 786. That's also a license impaired. Do you see them all?
So are we dealing with a total of 5?
Yeah, it should be a total of 5. It sounds like maybe the judge is telling me that there was one that at least one of them belonged to the state. I don't have that information, so I don't know which one belongs to the state. Judge, do you give me the last 2 digits?
It's 639 is the state ticket.
Okay, so 639 sub 1. Okay. All right, fair enough. That still leaves you with at least 2 of the driving related that you could turn into FTDs if you so chose.
Yeah, so what I have is on what was it? 5. Yeah, on P994574, I took the driving while license not valid, I amended that to improper plates, and then I dismissed the other 2, or the other 3 city counts.
Okay, so maybe I read it. That could be on me. Hold on one second. Let me double check and make sure that works. If I'm seeing the same thing you're seeing. Yeah, okay, so that's on me then. I didn't realize that. Okay, good. All right, great. So then Mr. White then is done and dusted. That's everything that we need. Judge, then we can just make sure when we do the plea for him, because sometimes people get particular about this, is that he just wants to make sure that when he pleads, it's to the driving without a valid license, and that it changes into the improper plates as opposed to saying he had improper plates. He'll be in good shape. And then, so the second thing, John, that we had was where did it go? Oh yeah, it's Javon Watson, JVONN Watson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we were looking that case up, and apparently, so he had the ticket that you had him pleading to, which was an EWOP ticket, you were turning it into, I think, a disorderly conduct, and then dismissing the 3 counts that he had on a driving related stuff, such as, driving. I think there was 2 civil infractions as well. The only issue that we're having right now is that technically speaking, he has pled on that. However, it's not actually finished. He had pled to it, and then he was supposed to do community service for the judge, 16 hours of community service. He has not completed that community service. He wants to do that community service. If it's okay with you and it works for the court, I'm okay with keeping that deal in place, but we just got to make sure that it reflects accurately what he wants to do. So like you can remove the disorderly conduct part because it looks like that was not part of the original offer. I think he just pled to the EWOP. If I read it right, let me look at it one more time. I'll look at the.
Yeah, so what I ended up doing was I amended the offer, I removed the EWOP, and then on the traffic ticket, I took, I think there was like a failure to signal. I amended that to a blockading, dismissing the other 2 traffic counts.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that'll work too. And then judge, do we want to just treat the other one as a review?
Yes, and so he's
Great.
gonna have to.
All right, that's perfect then. Then I will talk to him, and I will make sure that, but I think, John, that should take care of us. Thank you. I'll relay those offers and then we can call them up. Thanks for coming back.
No problem.
Appreciate it. All right, let's talk to Mr. Watson first.
Like sometimes the attorneys don't. There's something, I don't know, it's wrong sometimes. Oh, but I'm like, oh, but I thought I clicked on it where I was supposed to click on it. I was gonna say, no. Everything.
Are we all set?
Your Honor, we should be ready to proceed. I've let Mr. White out of his breakout room. We're ready to proceed on his recommendation.
Great, thank you. Mr. White, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
You going to some place that you can be Quiet. Is that why you
Uh,
moving?
Yep, that's where I'm going now because I'm at work.
Okay.
All right, I'm here.
Hey, all right. Now calling the matters of the people versus Corey White. This is ticket number P786894. One count drove while license not valid or improper license. One count no insurance misdemeanor. Also calling you ticket 393-56917. One count of in the park after dark. Case number or ticket number P994574. One count drove while license not valid. And ticket number P792639. One count failed to display a valid operator's license not on person. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Hi, good morning, Your Honor. Tim Malafide, P72339, on behalf of Mr. White. Mr. White, please state your name for the record.
Corey White.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, there have been recommendations put forth by the city in this matter. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations, and pursuant to the memorandum of understanding, we would ask that the final count belonging to the state be dismissed.
All right. Do you want to take advantage of that today, Mr. White?
Yes.
If so, please raise your right hand.
Oh, sorry.
Please swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
You can put your hand down. Mr. White, did you have an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights?
Yes.
Did anyone threaten you, force you, or promise you anything in exchange for a plea today?
No.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes.
Do you understand that by taking this guilty plea today, that you're going to give up any rights that you may have had to have a trial in the future?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, did you still want to move forward with this plea today?
Yes.
All right, I want to take your attention back to the date of May the 23rd. What a great day, 2019. Were you in the area of Jefferson Avenue and Chrysler in the city of Detroit, driving a Yamaha vehicle?
Yes.
And while you were driving that vehicle, did it not have proper plates on it at the time?
Yes.
Judge, we just, no, Judge, we have to go with, he was driving without a valid license and then amend it.
Okay. Were you driving without a valid license at the time?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Judge.
Okay. And is the court, is there stipulation for probable cause on the remaining counts to be dismissed?
There are, Your Honor, yes.
So at this time, the court is going to enter a plea to the amended charge of improper plates, dismiss the remaining counts called on this record today, ticket P792639, ticket P786894, ticket U393-56917. All those matters will be dismissed today. Sir, I'm going to assess a fine today in the amount of $200. How long will that take you to pay? 30 or 60 days?
If you could do 60, that'd be perfect.
Okay, I'm going to do 60 days. That means it's going to be due by April the 14th of 2022. Okay, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, if there's nothing further, that does conclude this hearing. Thank you for your patience this morning. And you have a good day, okay, sir?
All right, you too.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, Your Honor. We should be able to take care of the last one. His phone was running out of energy, and so he had to plug it back in, but we've discussed the offer. So as soon as he's back, hopefully we can take care of that. So I don't know if he is in a waiting room or I'm sorry, if he's.
I
Yeah,
closed the room, so he may have had to sign off. His phone may have died.
Okay.
We'll give him a moment to plug it in, and then hopefully we can handle it. So.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Got to.
And Mr. Watson, can you take your hat off for me, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Watson, could you just have everybody please be quiet just for a second?
I'm sorry. I have my phone plugged up right here in my throat.
No, I understand. If you could just tell everybody, this will only take a moment. If everybody could just either turn off whatever they're doing or.
It's not a problem. I apologize.
Okay.
Is this better?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, these are the matters of the people versus Javon Watson. This is ticket number P1188002. Count 1, failed to display a valid operator's license, not on person. Count 2, no proof of insurance. Count 3, failed to signal. Also calling you ticket 451-523-18. 1 count of EWA, entering a building without owner's permission. This matter is here for a review today. Appearances for the record, starting with counsel, please.
Tim Malafide, on behalf of Mr. Watson. Mr. Watson, please state your name for the record.
Javon Watson.
Thank you, sir. Your Honor, as to the open matters, there have been recommendations put forth. We'd like to take advantage of those recommendations. We'll stipulate to the face of the ticket for the downward departure to the improper, to blockading.
All right. Mr. Watson, can you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Mr. Watson, you had an opportunity to speak with an attorney in private today about your case and about your rights.
Yes, ma'am.
And you want to take advantage of the offer today to plea of responsible in this matter?
Yes, I will, Your Honor.
All right. So on the date of April the 17th, 2021, in the area of Rutherford and Plymouth Road in the city of Detroit, Mr. Watson was driving a Pontiac vehicle and did block traffic. Satisfied, Attorney Malfoy?
I am, Your Honor. We'll stipulate to the face of the ticket and the others.
Thank you so much. And is there a stipulation for probable cause for the misdemeanor to be dismissed?
Yes, Your Honor.
So at this time, the court is going to enter a plea to the amended charge on count 2 of blockading for responsible. Count 1 and 3 of this ticket are going to be dismissed. Mr. Watson, the fine for blockading is $175. How long would that take? It typically takes civil infractions usually have to be paid within 14 days. Is that going to give you enough time, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sure?
It will. I'm sure. Well, you think
$175?
you think you can add me an extra week on if that's not too much?
How about I give you a month, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. So I'm gonna make that due no later than March the 14th of 2022, okay? So that gives you a little bit extra time to get that paid. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right, as far as the review for the ticket, how are we proceeding, Attorney Malfoy?
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to discuss that matter with my client. He still wants to take advantage of the recommendation that was put forth previously, Judge, to do the 16 hours of community service. It appears Mr. Watson is recently employed, and so it was harder for him to get where he needed to go. I explained to him that sometimes there's alternatives and people would rather work than do community service. However, Mr. Watson does believe that given his hours and the way that everything is set up, that he still will be able to do the 16 hours of community service, and he would like to do that if the court will let him.
Okay, how long do you need to do that, sir, for a review? What I'll do is I'll bring you back for a review, and as long as you've completed that, you know what happens? Then it'll be amended to a much better disorderly conduct. So we'll keep it amended at that. How long will it take you to complete the 16 hours of community service?
Within the month.
You sure? Is a month gonna be enough time? I wanna make sure.
I'm sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna do the review on that same date then, okay? So everything's gonna be due on March 14th, 2022. You are gonna have to log back in, Mr. Watson, okay? And then as long as you completed the community service, I'll close that matter out under disorderly conduct, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then you'll have to have that payment in by that time too. We'll check on it that day as well, okay? Just to make sure, okay? Because I don't want you to get any late fees or anything like that, okay? there's nothing further, that does conclude this hearing. Complete that community service, 16 hours, okay?
Okay, 16 hours.
16 hours, okay, all right. That concludes this hearing. We'll see you back, and that's gonna be at 8:30 a.m. 8:30 a.m., March the 14th.
March the 14th.
All
Okay,
right, have a good day.
all right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.